Yeah, good morning everybody. Cloud ERP live stream, 8-week, middle of the week, and welcome to our interesting topic, SAP on-premise for Vades. Yeah, today we will think about together cloud versus on-premise and weighting the trade-offs. So you know me, I bring something each day. Yeah, so today I bring an elephant. Yeah. From Africa, actually. There it is. And yeah, it represents the overarching topic we have in this week, which is the elephant in the room. Yeah, and it is about that SAP has announced at its earnings report meeting call that certain innovations will only be available in the future in the cloud, which is AI features and green ledger. So that is the overarching topic. We had some 2 days already, and we touched upon the press, and we touched upon yesterday the subject of custom developments, which are often the reason why people are or companies are deciding to stay on-premise. So, but I brought you even more elephants. So these elephants are from my road trip, our road trip in Tanzania actually. Yeah, so we had a day driving around, searching, and actually we were searching for lions. Yeah, in this Lake Manyara, which is in Tanzania, and we were searching for lions lying on the tree. And because that is what this Lake Manyara National Park is famous for. And yeah, but we met this family, and we found the lion, but we met this family of, of elephants, actually. Yeah, and we were excited to have some time completely alone. We were completely alone on that spot with that elephant family. And yeah, so we really liked that, and it was a great experience. If you know me, if you know us, we don't sit around in the sun at the beach, which we think is kind of boring, but we are driving around from in the world and searching for extraordinary experiences. And then here we have this nice elephant family, small baby lying down. Yeah. So a lot of elephants today. Okay, but let us stick to the topic, which is cloud versus on-premise, weighting the trade-offs. So that is, let me share the screen. Yeah, and join us on Menti. Yeah, because we used to do polls, yeah. So we also, these polls are anonymous, so you don't have to reveal your identity. These are to have a little bit more interaction and to get to know your opinions, and also to have the possibility of question and answers. If you want to ask questions, you can ask on certain slides. Yeah. So join us on Menti. The code is 628. Excuse me, I start again. So the code is 62186981, and you can also use this QR code, which is the number 62186981. So join us in Menti for our interaction and polls. Yeah, so yesterday we did also that was a poll on Monday. Yeah, and as we asked the questions, which are the most important reasons to stay on premise? Yeah, and this we asked you, and your answers, you did a certain ranking of reasons, and here we have that first of all was compliance reasons, yeah, to comply to legal requirements actually. Yeah. And I raised the question, yeah, but isn't it a contradiction? Because here limited functionality of the cloud is on place 8, position 8. So which functionality is missing in the cloud to have that compliance? Yeah, so that can be a good discussion also for the future. Also, the second reason was transformation cost. Third reason, which we discussed about yesterday, was customer-specific developments. And then also fourth reason was transformation risk. Fifth, security concerns. And sixth was safeguarding past investments. So it's also a financial consideration, obviously, in many dimensions. Some little bit some technical considerations, some financial considerations. I can even show myself here. And yeah, safeguarding past investments. And even there are other reasons why that is why many companies stay on premise. Okay, so this is a slide from SAP. Yeah, so there are for S/4HANA several deployment options. They have one data model, one semantic, one user experience, but they have different deployment options actually. Yeah. So S/4HANA can be consumed as a service, which is in the public cloud or in the private cloud, or it can be consumed as a product, which is on premise. Yeah. So what do we have on premise? We have total control and customization. Yeah. It's completely under control of the company who has. Data is under control. Customization is under control. Special developments is under control. Upgrades is under control. Yeah. So everything can follow the practices and processes and comply to the company's standards. So that is on-premise. Then we have the public cloud, which is at the other end of the scale, yeah, which is modern, software as a service, ERP, yeah, and RISE, business transformation services, which is also interesting to consider. And yeah, it's a different programming model. It is for extensions actually. Yeah, so you have, of course, you have in-app extensions and side-by-side extensions. Side-by-side extensions are for business technology platform, but they follow a clean core approach, which means there's a different infrastructure for getting innovations and upgrades. And then you have the private cloud, which is, yeah, you have some traditional flexibility, but you can still put your traditional software into the cloud. You have to also comply to some additional programming rules for extensions, and have the full scope and business RISE to business transformation services. Yeah, you have some cloud value, and yeah. So I don't know what your opinion is. So I'm not so completely convinced of this private cloud thing, but okay, I'm a public cloud guy. You know me, yeah. But we are also serving customers which have S/4HANA on-premise on a big scale. So that is also something to take into account, and also has good reasons. And that's what we are talking about today. So I thought, how can we break down these reasons and make it not too complicated, too boring with too many like tables or whatever. Let's do like a simplified. So this is a question I want to ask you. No? which car would you buy? Consider you have the money. Which car would you buy? So are you more like someone who would buy a Lamborghini, for example? Or are you somebody who would like to buy a Tesla? So just consider there may be only these two cars as a choice. And then the question is, which car would you buy? So let us do a quick poll and join us on Menti at code 62186981. Let us do this. So let me do a countdown. Give you 30 seconds to vote. So, which car would you buy? So, I would say, what's happening? Are you still asleep and you think you can watch that later? Yeah, maybe that's okay, that's fair. So maybe I hope there's no technical problem, but I didn't get too many votes today. So it's Lamborghini versus Tesla, and the winner is Tesla. So what is the consideration about it? It's about comparing these two extraordinary cars, and let us compare those to maybe cloud ERP and to on-premise ERP. So what do we have? Like, for example, if I think of a Lamborghini, I think of on-premise ERP. It has a work of art, of craftsmanship. It has built with immense attention of detail. On-premise systems are often meticulously crafted to serve specific organizational needs, I must say. Also, it has a sense of exclusivity. Not everybody can afford a Lamborghini, actually. It denotes a sense of prestige and uniqueness. You have your unique on-premise special configuration and even special developments. And they are exclusive to the organization, built and maintained in-house. Also, you can enjoy the performance. So high performance and on-premise solutions, when executed well, deliver optimized performance tailored to the exact requirements of the organization, for example. And of course, you have a cost of ownership, which is high. So you don't get a Lamborghini for free. You get, you have to invest something. So that is certainly a consideration, and that is similar to on-premise ERP. You have to invest a lot of over the licenses, the total cost of ownership. You have to maintain your IT staff, your specialized service staff, your center of excellence, and so on and so on. So it's quite some investment. You have higher initial cost, and this is certainly also a legacy and a heritage. There's story, some emotional attachment to it also. Yeah, that it has a rich history and legacy. Yeah, so the same like many on-premise solutions, for example. Yeah, you have long-standing infrastructure. Many businesses have been built on legacy systems over the year, and the independence between the systems can be complex. In some cases, on-premise solutions might integrate more seamlessly with these systems, especially if they've evolved in tandem. Yeah, so that is something to consider. And you might want to consider the less latency. Direct connection between the systems on the same network can have less latency compared to systems communicating over the internet. Yeah, the internet is getting faster, so we got this glass fiber in the meantime. But yeah, actually this was built last week here. Yeah, and also about data sensitivity and control. Yeah, you have in-depth knowledge of your data handling and storage processes. Only you have, because they are individual to your company. Yeah, this detailed control can be essential for the business operating if you are in certain jurisdictions with strict data residency and sovereignty laws. Yeah, that is a consideration. So certainly we had compliance, one of the top reasons in our poll to stay on premise. Yeah, and you have custom data retention. Yeah, so you can configure your own data retention rules. How long do you have retention for each of these categories of your data, your own data? Also, there are financial considerations. Yeah, you have capital expenditure versus operational expenditure. Yeah, some organizations prefer capital expenditure because you have had this investment, writing it off over the years, and this is a contrast to cloud where you have operational expenditure. And also you are considering long-term cost benefits because you have invested a lot into this Lamborghini or this on-premise ERP, and the longer you can use it, the better, of course, is the initial investment amortized. Yeah, and you have optimized the use of these assets. Yeah, so if you think of that, maybe if you have a long period of time of using it, the total cost of ownership per year or so is reduced, obviously. Yeah, so that are financial considerations, for example. Yeah, and there are also flexibility. You can do deep customization. You can deep modifications into the system with heavy customization. Yeah, and many have been doing this. So yesterday we talked about a lot of pain that can occur when you do deep customization, but also there's a lot of potential gain. Yeah, so if you do it right, which is very hard to do actually, very hard to do it right, then you can have a lot of potential gain. Yeah, but there goes a certain amount of potential pain with it because you need very skilled personnel that can do this. Because if you don't have these skills and you do deep configurations or deep special developments, then you have a problem, even if you think about the main reason, what was mentioned yesterday, why people, I thought to myself, so why is this? Look, compliance is, at least in our poll, top reason to retain on-premise. But at the same time, those systems are so heavily customized and heavily modified, even special developments, and this is in my thinking, it is a contradiction because all those modifications, they are counterproductive to compliance actually, because well, I've seen so many modified and shaky systems. Yeah, you don't even dare to touch them before they break down. Yeah, actually, this is. I think to myself, what in this is compliance? Yeah, is this really compliance, or is this just the imagination of compliance? Yeah. So we must admit that heavy customizations and compliance is a contradiction. Yeah? Is a contradiction. And if you want to do it right, then you have. But still, there are reasons to. If you do it right, then you have a lot of flexibility to customize. Yeah, and you are thinking of operational stability in network disruptions. Even if network may be down, you can still work with on-premise software. Yeah, so that is actually fears that are told to me also. Yeah, I don't understand it because network. There are so many network possibilities today. Yeah, but okay, I let it stand as a valid standpoint. Okay. So, but what do we have with cloud? Yeah, if you consider a Tesla. Yeah, so it is innovation. It's cutting edge technology. Yeah, similar to cloud solutions. Yeah, latest features and innovations. You have a scalability. So they have not many models. Yeah, but the models they do in masses. Yeah, so they build these gigafactories all over the world. Even the factories are similar to each other. Yeah, so one factory after the other. Yeah, and it's similar to the other. It's optimized for productivity. Yeah, it's about eco-friendliness and future orientation. Yeah, so also this cloud technology, we should make we should consider a study. I think, but I think this is more eco-friendly. Yeah, and future oriented, sustainable future. Yeah. Geared for modern digital age, help business to be more agile and adaptable. So this adaptability is a big thing, yeah, like with Tesla and with cloud, yeah, because you have, for example, this autopilot, and through the cloud you can release the full self-driving in the future, hopefully, yeah, or now already it's autopilot. Full self-driving, and you're getting the updates via download in a Tesla. Yeah, so that is you have an infrastructure for upgrading and getting the newest functionalities, the newest updates, and you have a big AI cloud center behind it. So this full self-driving is pure AI. Yeah? It is so much data processed from each mileage every Tesla drives, and it's all feeding into that big AI that fuels this self-driving. Yeah. So, and this is something, even with all the history and legacy of a Lamborghini, yeah, you wouldn't expect full self-driving updates or anything like this for a Lamborghini. Yeah, so that is completely out of the world. It is. You have not the infrastructure. You have nothing behind it. You just don't have it. It's not possible. It's not possible. Yeah. So if anybody is telling me, I want full self-driving for a Lamborghini. No, it's not just a marketing, thing. Yeah? It's a completely different world. Yeah? It is a different world that stands for its own. Yeah, and you cannot just mix them. Yeah, yeah. I know there are arguments. Yeah, it's the same code line and so on. No, I don't buy it. It's not the same. It's nothing. It's different. Different architecture, different updates, infrastructure. You cannot compare. You have continuous innovation with Tesla, reduced IT overhead. Yeah, it is also it is more going into the direction of operational expenditure, because I think this is also a subscription model for the full self-driving. Yeah. So this is a little bit a comparison to the both, and I say to myself, why fight? Yeah? Why fight with each other? Why say, okay, this is the best? No, this is the best, and either or. Yeah, no. Yeah, if you have, why not have both cars? Yeah, so you can still have both cars. Okay, given you invest enough money, but you have this legacy, yeah, this Lamborghini, and you have this Tesla for utilizing the future, yeah, and to having this. And this is also true for on-premise and also cloud. Yeah, cloud ERP. Why not keep your on-premise, write it off until the maximum cost advantages have been achieved, and you have achieved everything you wanted with that cloud, with that on-premise, yeah. And additionally, invest into the modern cloud ERP. Yeah, you can, for example, have an additional, yeah, like you buy an additional Tesla, you can have an additional cloud ERP as for HANA Cloud, for example, for many interesting applications. So they are for consolidation of your companies, or for what I mean is financial consolidation, and also for central procurement. So there are several interesting scenarios. Let us talk about that tomorrow. Yeah, but all I wanted to say is there is no need to just have one. And actually, we did a look at another poll on Monday, and we saw that about 60% of companies are also considering to have both. Yeah. Yeah, and this morning I made up. I looked at LinkedIn, and what did I read at first? Software update BMW, einfach über die App. Yeah, so even BMW is going into the cloud. So what about you? Yeah. So that is just it popped to my eye. So okay. So we don't want to waste too much time. Public cloud versus private versus hybrid. Maybe we have more time tomorrow for that. As I said, I don't want to be boring with tables. Yeah. But certainly there is this to consider. So if you think yourself, yeah, how can I start? Yeah, how can I start the journey into the cloud? So this is what we are offering, the value analysis. And it is about where is your, let me switch myself off so you can read. Where is your process maturity and gap analysis, or your landscape maturity? Yeah. So it is always a landscape, and this is an assessment. It's just asking questionnaire, yeah, and then you have a comparison to your competition. You see how you stand, your performance, yeah, how your Lamborghini, yeah. Okay, that would be interesting. A race between a Lamborghini and a race between a Lamborghini and a Tesla. So that would be interesting. I would love to see that. So that is like here is the race, because you get this benchmark to the competition, yeah, and how, yeah, in the different areas like finance and purchasing and production, what are your process maturity levels and what are your gaps, and you get a first hint for a roadmap for transformation. So this is for working with. Also, what you can do is a process discovery analysis. This is a tool which takes the data out of your ERP system, your on-premise ERP system, and analyzes the process performance indicator. So this is more like an automated thing. The value analysis was a questionnaire, which is just an interview, and this one is a technical extraction of data from your ERP system into making a performance analysis of your processes, and then you can compare it also to the competition, which is Also very interesting. And the tool also suggests some innovation suggestions, so recommendations automatically. Yeah, so that is something very interesting to consider, and you can take advantage out of this. So, questions? Are there any questions? Let me do this here. A countdown. So, are there any questions? You can enter them on that slide. Okay, no questions for today. So, tomorrow we will look at hybrid approach. This is what I said. Why do you only want to have one car? You can have, if you can have two cars, if you can have a Lamborghini and a Tesla, if you have on-premise and cloud, yeah, you can have the best of both worlds. That with what we will be talking tomorrow. And yeah, hope to see you there. Thank you for joining and have a great day. Goodbye.